1 FM. Pupa Banja from Ona sing this song, say this na pressure. Say it's Leone, but it is well. We go now and get the Good Morning Salon program. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay connected.
The program Good Morning Salon for this week will come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today on Thursday, April 10, 2025. We'll bring this program come to you this Thursday morning. Your name is Chong Nojalo.
And Adeyemi Jackson, good morning. Inside the program this morning, the Executive Director on the Legal Aid Board, Fatmata Claria Carlton, NCC, from 2015 to now, Legal Aid Board are able to give free legal service to about 2,000 people them in the country. The Director and Professional Head in the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Augustine Tucker, say it's a one survey where the ministry do show say now about 40% of the population able get access to safe drinking water in the country. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go talk to the Chairman, National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, Joseph Munda Bindi. We go talk about in 100 day in our office and other things them where it don't do now the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy.
Well, this and plenty other stories them there inside the program. Members you listen to we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Members now Leone Metal Group, the sponsor Radio Democracy for bringing the program Good Morning Salon come to you. And this program powered by AfriCell. The same also get we live on partner radio stations them across different parts them in the country. Live on Radio Shalom 89.5 na Konaduga and Falaba District. Same also on Radio Malin 88.5 and Radio 1J11.3 na Pujon District. Radio Colenter 90.0 na Cambia. Radio Mwa 105.5 na Kailaun. Vopad Radio na Watalo Voice of Sando Radio 95.7 na Kono District. Voice of Karin and Kamakwe on 98.0. Voice of Masoro Pujon District. Jange Radio 99.3 FM Lower Bond District. And Advocacy Radio Kotloko District. Radio Katbame 106.7 na Tonko Limba. The program na Good Morning Salu. You say food in house can be part of the program by way go on our Facebook page, make a contribution. Now the comment section as we take contributions there later on at the program, and same so you can do so by way you send we text message on the number 077981981. Tell me about voting now your opinion on the thing that we will discuss inside the program this morning.
The program na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The program they continue with the start to look at issues and inside the program. The head of marketing and corporate affairs now the Enhanced Mutual Insurance Company, Ibrahim Yassin, say the Takafu insurance where they don't launch, they provide insurance for salon people without any interest. Ibrahim Yassin talk this to one interview with Radio Democracy after we the pull now the Takafu insurance where this is say now people go to keep money and without any interest, but say now Muslim people go to benefit more. Ibrahim Yassi talk more to the reporter Mary Kamara Bangura inside this interview.
The Takafu launching today, it's Takafu mean togetherness, and it's an Islamic insurance ever in the history of this country. For now, we get an Islamic insurance where they target the Islamic population. So Takafu plan a day for create financial protection for the Muslim community, because we know say inside this country, yes, we get two religions, but kind of bit Muslims are plenty, right? We get about over 70% of the population are Muslim. So and again over the years, most Muslims, the reason why we still get lack of financial inclusion, we still get low insurance penetration rate at the country, that because the huge segment of population, whether the Muslims, then see the financial system as something they work for, because the system not in line with the Sharia compliance, because Islam or Muslims, they don't just do any kind of investments or savings or involve in any financial transaction without the Sharia compliance. Some Muslims even not even get bank accounts. Some maybe pass with another option. Some decide to keep money in the house. So now I make we thought and fit say let's bring Takafu insurance, an insurance product we could change the mindset. We will stimulate them for coming, because we aim as a company for create more innovative products. We could stimulate that less than 1% people where they get access to insurance facilities. See, from now to 5 years, we will rest assured that we don't increase the awareness and increase the involvement of insurance activity in this country.
If possible, you want to join this Takafu insurance, how suppose you will go about?
Well, currently we work with Islamic organizations across the entire country, and as well we work with we marketers them. We now we own registered marketers them through we then cover them all over. And again we get with office now 95 Upper Waterloo Street off Pademba Road. You can get access to the office and get the policy. We're going to get marketers across the entire country because this program comes for every Muslim. We thought and fit say they want to get financial protection or be financially empowered because financial inclusion is a fundamental human right for every Sierra Leonean. So your religion or your religion doctrines not for deter you not for get access to financial opportunities. So that make we design this customized insurance products for the Muslims so as to how we give them confidence in even being a Muslim, there is Sharia limitations to financial transaction, but also they get access to insurance products where I no say on the day of judgment, I don't get issue with Allah.
One of you say this insurance company not only for Muslim, other people no get rights for take part.
No, so like invariably, this is not a product. This just show how inclusive we are. We not a Muslim specific insurance company or we not specifically Christian specific insurance company. We are an insurance company for the people. We are Leone Limited, okay? We produce or provide products and services for the entire population of this country. It being Muslim, Christian, non-Muslim, non-Christian, you know, we provide products which suit the entire population and make sure these products are in line. It's being customized to the doctrines and principles of each and every group with the target.
So with my word out there to people who don't know about this insurance company, the message to them and also to the government.
Yes, so me word out there to every Sierra Leonean that Enhanced Mutual Insurance is here to stay. We're here to provide a very affordable insurance product. That we know today other insurance company, we don't book your hearts. We are here to resuscitate. One for revamp again the spirit of insurance. Because we, according to research, we know some people that love insurance. People who love insurance, people love to be with insurance. But because of the ugly experience where they don't get with other insurance companies, some might feel like insurance is not important again. We're here to make those amends, even though not to cause those problems, but we're here to change the narratives. And I believe I want to encourage every Sierra Leonean, the Muslim community, for embrace and hold Takafu plan. Because it's here to create financial protection for everyone.
That na the head of marketing and corporate affairs na the Enhanced Mutual Insurance Company Ibrahim Yansi they talk to we reporter Mary Kamara Bangura inside the interview day. Also he say the Takafu insurance company where they don't pull na do na company where they provide insurance with no interest. The program na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As will be mentioned earlier, one power headline story then say today we will talk to the chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, where Joseph Munda Bindi. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning, my brother, and good morning to Sierra Leoneans.
Well, but some 3 months back, President Julius Maada Bio appointed Joseph Munda Bindi for serve as chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Development. Since that time, they turned down about 100 days where he don't take na office. How he don't tell like for Joseph Munda Bindi, make we get him at the studio today where we can talk about some of the things them way he don't do since he take up office as chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Development. Once more, good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Before we can start to look at you 100 day in office, when you talk of Joseph Munda Bindi, who that not Joseph Munda Bindi?
Joseph Munda Bindi na Sierra Leone. I come up from Bo district. I don't serve in many capacities in this country. I go school, I go college, Yala University. I don't teach in this country for 17 years. I serve as councillor on the Bo District Council from 2004. I serve 2 terms as councillor. I serve as deputy chairman at Bo District Council. I serve as chairman for Bo District Council for 10 years. And after which, 9, His Excellency President Biodo appoints me chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy.
From that background, you transition from politics coming to governance. How it don't like?
Now, interesting is a good match because all is about public service. In my political career, as I don't say, in my life as teacher, now for serve people in this country, train up people there, young people there, for me they become very useful and serve this country. As councillor also, I've been there for promote development for my people there, our communities. The same thing up to chairman. So in my life, it's about public service and it's about contributing to the development of this country, Sierra Leone. So transiting from that point to Usa Ade now as chairman for NASED. NASED is about civic education and engagement. That means now for able to teach people, they engage people in a salon on their roles and responsibilities as people there and how we will able to contribute to the development of this country. So it's just like I don't see even much difference between what I've been do and what I for do in the current capacity where they now. Because it's about engaging the people there and it's about contributing to promoting development in this country. So, and my life is public life, you know, so it's almost the same.
Let me go back. Look at the term them maybe they serve now the various local council them in different capacity. I go assess so far intervention. I mean for impact the life of people who directly responsible for
Well,
project and other means them we supposed for do for them for benefits them.
I do what I would do where I then a council, as I don't say, from councillor and deputy chairman and chairman for the period of the day. Me not going to be the best person for say able to do so much. I'm not going to evaluate myself, but what's clear, I read in the minds of people and at their faces, at the hearing what in the talk that I contribute to a great level to the expectations. There were a lot of projects we implement in both districts, ranging from roads making, schools construction, rehabilitation, barriers, and even promoting educational services held in diverse communities. So at that time, a footprint did not all communities in both districts, but what is more important, I began very good collaboration with the people there. Great understanding, and we're all able to embrace ourselves together for now able to support development of our communities.
At any point you been thinking say go relinquish from that life they for be I mean local person from councillor to district council chairman to the point to say go come and serve in a particular office under the executive arm of government.
It be very clear to me that I go left the district council because the local council act is very clear. When you become chairman, you for serve 2 terms maximum, you know, for pass that one day, done by law. So meaning it was very clear before me that I go left, but it was not clear before me which I go for go in the future. But it was also very clear to me that I will continue for contribute to this country in development in whatever capacity, and I don't able to translate itself to which I don't find me.
You did the program for council, but you only get this now office. I mean, as the chairman, National Council for Civic Education and Democracy. We did arrive there shortly, but before we get there, let me go back and look at the mandate for this particular, council. For many people inside 2022, then see by an act of parliament the council come into existence with a single mandate, or among plenty other mandate, then for ensure say people be patriotic and get good patriotic activities within them. Away from that one day, any other thing safe did they so far we perhaps people need from nobody's council here so.
A very important, very critical for let people that really understand, fully know about the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy. And well, in fact, I would really want that we call the full name or the abbreviation NASED, because when we just go say council, like in my background, what I don't say, it will refer to the local councils. So people that go out office say, we they still talk about local councils. You know, so this is not just council, even though not council by statute, but one let people that understand say na National Council for Civic Education and Democracy. So what in this really mean, we all as Sierra Leoneans will tell God thank you to the kind leadership we get in this country, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. Now, in your singular mind, is to say the challenge we get in this country, Sierra Leone, for let able break through the challenge, now for bring back civic education in this country. If I were to talk about civic education, most young people in today, especially the one that were born after the war, and they wish they really plenty, and during the war and after the war, they miss completely what they call civic education. Because this time a program we've been in at schools before this time, in the 70s and the early 80s. That means civic education now for them to train the mind, provide the skills for people then, how you go be a responsible citizen of your country. What you go able to do, live by law, respect people there, live in harmony, you know, and they support your country, your own development, and every yourself your own development. So this is what civic education all day about. But because of it don't die, we see say President Bill don't say there are many problems in this country. We all they lead to civic. Why would they fetch elections? Why is there so much violence in our communities, in every small thing? Why would they promote so much hatred, tribalism all over this place, in our country? This is not a secret at all. It is right inside every fabric of our life, in schools, in colleges, and all over. So for me, we able break through this one, the only way for Doam is to establish, bring people then back to consciousness, bring awareness to people there about responsibilities. Namely, President Bio established NASED, and he don't able appoint people there for many days. So this is the singular handwork of President Bio, and we now all try for put up and promoter. So therefore, there is need for people that really understand what in NASED there for, and why we all need for support this kind of initiative. Because all the development plans where any government go set, we not able to succeed on them if we not get civic responsibilities. If we're not able to show love for this country and show love for ourselves as citizens of this country. So this is all that we require in the midst of many other things we go before and live in peace.
Let me go to an act. I think that section 13, subsection 2, the C part of that one they say as part of the council, mandate now for make sure they formulate programs at national, regional, and district level. We go ensure say people know about the constitution and other things they for do for make them be responsible citizens them. Before you come on at the office, what 3 months back, any resemblance of this on the happening so far?
Yes, as you don't say, the section we don't read or the acts in entirety. Now the responsibilities of NASED, the council, what thing we supposed for Bulgaria we say, for now able to reach out, because firstly is say broadly say we're responsible for sensitize people there, engage people there nationwide, every village, every corner. For able to do that, and we for able, we just sit down afraid time. We for able to establish offices in the regions and the district, employ people them, we then go do the through which we will able to go now with communities and able to engage the people there in the right way. So the semblance, as I say, not just in me 100 days as we now say, but already before me, regional offices are already established in this country, and will be now recruits people them with and they now the regional coordinators in all regions in this country. That is one branch we will establish for let go forward. Okay. So when I don't come back now talking specifically about me 100 days in office.
We can't talk about your 100 days in office and some of the things then we don't do for say you help for promote the mandate of the institution where you head now the country. But make I take you back. One of the mandate or one of the responsibilities for ensure say on help for educate citizens for know about their civic rights and also respect for the rule of law, protect the country democracy and among other things. Now we look back. What do you think they don't missing in the past years then for make the president bring this institution into life?
This is very good, and you see, Sierra Leone, one thing me know about we know with problems, but the solution to problems now we're not able to prefer and they solve with problems. Like I say, what we don't missing where President Bio bring this institution back. Let us start with President Ahmad Tijan Kaba of blessed memory. He described the problem of this country. He say Salomange Badat. You know, that a putter. So it was about lawlessness, or not like who serve, they call I say pull him down syndrome. Within a position, all then they do, then they fight each other. So that was how he described the average Sierra Leone man with attitude towards our country and towards one another. He's not able to solve that problem. Then comes in former president Anes by Kuroma. He said, "Come, the same problem is here." And he also give a name. They say attitude not change. That means he say we get by that, the first one. Then this one can say we get attitude problem. All right. He even set a secretariat for making able to address the attitudes that we need for change. But again, that not see the lights of the day. Meaning, these problems are described by two great leaders, former presidents of this country. When President Bill was elected in 2018, he said, "Come, this same problem, did it? We cannot shy away from our problems. We all know it. Even any beginner at secondary school know the problem we're going in this country." So again, he said, "Come," he described this problem. He said, lawlessness. And then what he talked, if we can recall, from the time of inauguration in 2018, after an election, he said, "It wage war on three major things there. It wage war on poverty, it wage war on corruption, and it wage war on lawlessness in this country." These were the three major things we be say it will fetch in this country. And they coming to lawlessness, how is it the wage war? It not mean say they flag people in that street, or whatever, taking a court. Now it make it transform that fighting lawlessness in this country. Just imagine, every day everybody is complaining. Let's take simple instance if Freetown Naya, or even across the country. I know one for say I they pinpoint anybody, but they're looking generally in the streets. The Okadas, the bike riders, even the vehicle transport running in the streets. You nearly can say there is no traffic rule in Sierra Leone. All right, everybody they break corner, go all over this kind of way. If you come on out of country, you can't drive now, so you're not able to drive. You'll be confused because it's like there is no way. Whose lane do you have to take? Okay. You will see people in the street that they put on that street, but we never put not in that street. If they see people in this country, they say no build na swamp, no build na swamp. Then we go build na swamp, no build na uphill. Everything where the law say not do this, that is what the average Senator they enjoy for doing. So there is gross lawlessness in Sierra Leone, and the way to fight this one now for work on the conscience, the mind of people. Now make President Bill establish the National Council for Civic Education. This is now by act of parliament. That is, it is not easily coming and go tomorrow. The others will just talk about that, but he has come out boldly, and they're taking this step. So that is the great commitment he has shown, and that is a great way that we all have to fight lawlessness in our country. It's by working on the minds, it's by educating the people, it's by showing them their responsibilities, it's by protecting their rights, and it's by making them do what is necessary for them to do for our country.
From your explanation, you talk about two past leaders, then we become and set up different institutions, then for see our best they can able to address this issue of attitudinal change among Sierra Leoneans them, and also you talk about President Bureau setting up this institution. From which you don't talk is like this don't be a kind of system we don't take into Sierra Leoneans them. We can look at your activities then for system for change the narratives, but again you think in your own position you think any kind of change don't take place?
Of course yes, change don't take place. For the fact that we are talking, say we get attitude problem, we know they obey lawlessness, and we they try for engage people there in one way or the other. Even this discussion is a way of education. A good number of Sierra Leoneans are listening to us this morning, and they break on the conscience of people. At least this discussion will help us change 1%. That is a great change. So the change sometimes cannot be just visualized and see and just not sit like that, because it's a behavior change, it's an attitude change, and it will take time for show up itself. Education, not to tell you they just reap overnight. You plant the seed and it will take time for the harvester. So once we don't begin from 2018 to about 6 years now to this moment, change has happened. because we are talking about it. And the more we continue to talk about it, the more we continue to engage, then we will actually can say, yes, it was right President Bay established this institution. Yes, it is right in what they are doing, and therefore it's good that we embrace her. One of the things I say change came was that this institution contributes in the midterm census. It came with great controversy. Why we for Duam, why we not for Duam? People refuse to even go register. So it was this National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, we work with Statistics Sierra Leone, they engage people then there was change for let people that even go register. Again, it worked with the ECSL, that is Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, during elections for talk to youths then, for moderate their violence attitude towards election, and therefore let people then go vote and go register. So again, there was some contribution in that direction. You may not quantify it to say how great is this change, but I tell you for good, and every other person know, change happened in those interventions.
To what extent is effective civic education important for make citizens able for be patriot?
You see, most times Sierra Leone we want to admire other countries. You talk to people then, they go begin to tell you about Ghana, you go begin to call you about USA, you go call you about England, and that is where most of you go see, especially the young generation, they want to move from Sierra Leone and go to other countries. Why? You go, but the thing there is that when the Sierra Leone man where they dirty the treat na here, as he eats na host na treat they go to dirty. If he get that chance, he go step foot in America. Where buy the Amity pillar, they put in their pocket. He will become so long abiding more than any other person you go imagine in this world. But then when he comes back home, you know, go feel by saying a mortal man. So that is the thing about it. Why those countries go before? Now, civic education. Teaching their people from childhood, the men they come up. Civic education, they even tell you about how they behave within family, respecting your parents, your other relatives, your big brother, all of that one. Which would have for strip na host na this part? Why you not for do this one? Why you not for stiff? So when people grow up in that one, that kind of way, that it even just throw dirty any corner na host, then you know go do a treat. So now civic education make those countries who they admire.
Okay.
In fact, America, civic education is institutionalized in a part of their life. The same thing in UK. UK, there was one time they used the same thing they experienced there. It was very high in UK. The Prime Minister called in people then, and then at that time they introduced civic education in their country. Then that brought change in the UK.
Okay.
So it's similar to President Bio that introduced here. So it's about the matter now. It is you and me our responsibility for let we learn, for let we listen and accept. Not what's good for government, but what's good for you, and what's good for me, and what's good for our country.
Okay, in Joseph Munda Bindi, the chairman National Council for Civic Education and Development. It don't take 100 days now office in Swiss President will be appointed for us have this capacity. Then at the program they talk about achievement so far and in future plans and continue for those to know the program as well. They go to too quick and make this money to be commercials and more with the year now.
Bet to Max. Bet to win weekly sports bets promo. Bet a minimum of 10 leon with Betomax online at betomax.sl and stand the chance to win up to 25,000 leons every week. Yes, 25,000 leons every Monday. Don't miss out on free money. Wow! Place your bet now and get in on the action. The more you bet, the better your chances of winning big. Betomax. Bet to win. Bet smart. Win big. Win big. Win big. But remember, only 18 years plus and terms and conditions apply. Always bet responsibly.
The kids are running wild again. Your boss is on your back. You're exhausted and run down. And every man you know is complaining about how tired they are. Why not re-energize with M-Vite Super? M-Vite Super Soft Gel capsules are packed full of ginseng, vitamins and minerals, enough to reduce stress and boost energy, especially during convalescence. And they're available at Emzor pharmacies and other pharmacies nationwide. Experience unlimited wellness with M-Vite Super, only from Emzor.
Lockmal is a fast-acting, effective and safe anti-malaria drug that contains artemether and lumenfantrine. Lockmal is a first-line agent in the treatment of all forms of malaria, including multi-drug resistant strains of malaria parasites. Lockmal, another quality product from Emzo Pharmaceuticals. Emzo, experience unlimited wellness. Consult your doctor if symptoms persist.
Welcome back to the program. Good morning, salute comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We are presenter Cheng Chalo.
And Adeyemi Jackson.
Inside the program, we look at another issue. Go say some people in Akubi community don't call on Freetown City Council for help them clean some gutter them in them community as well for tap flooding, not for destroy them this year in the season. For
Well, now we not come to the rain season. It's not inside this dry season. Now they expect the mayor and the councillors the way they in charge for Bay. Let them know say them the pass now, then they see the kind of theory they are doing. For let them pull her now, they don't pull her more. And people then they pay them taxpayers money. So why they can't pull that dotty there for let me say go get everybody? Because that dotty there and they run a do now. And they cause beaucoup malaria in the community. Picking and the sick and hospital no get better medicine. If they able can clean for we now, I believe say the rain season go okay because the past 2 rain season they okay for we. Now the only pressure now they now the dirty way they now the gutter now. E beaucoup pass the dirty way they ever come. So they call upon the mayor and the councillor there. Let them can clean for we. Let them know wait let go late. Where disaster can then they want can rush. Carry tractor and clean it. But this year we see the heaviest dirty. So let them know wait stay next month rain they begin drop. If they allow that dirty they rain drop, it go be bad disaster na be. So they call upon the disaster management committee. Let them all come on board, let them see that. Let we clean baby because the dirty. Now the Bokwes dirty since we me born na this community. Now the Bokwes dirty I don't see. So I they plead so they let them find way let them help for Kampul and for we.
Last year in season, how serious it be then?
Well, it not be serious because no damage, no casualty. I believe say we live normal life. So I believe say if they can't pull that out today, now so you go find for we back this year.
So like if rain begin come, what not on a fear?
Well, we not get fear again. At Gado will be the fear. We rain they come, water they come. But since we get this roadway pass. Then when they can clean the gutter for we 2 seasons now, we need to get water problem.
We not get any preparation for the rain season?
Well, we only preparation. We get the disaster management team, we na a volunteer team, we they stand by. We for any time we they no say rain wanka, then get the alarm we then they raise the people all left go down at radio. But now then they prepare no more should in case it be. But 2 years now, as I tell you, we okay. Now the dirty no more we need let them clean.
And when I not think say government we don't make a provision for now. Come on at this place?
No, it never be. It ever be 1 year no more where they relocate people into 6 miles. And when they go 6 miles, some man able lady, some man they say mosquito, some man they say snake they go inside house. So they all return come back. So now we all live so now because now the bene the flood like ready.
Because if this dirty not come out, we not able survive the rain season because when the guts are clean, water flooding not they take place, water not they disturb we. Now then now we see I say now we get boku pikin and where the dirty dey so we pikin and they sick malaria we say they sick and it not good. This dirty not so good hygiene for we. Next man we no they take and say be dirty. No we not so dirty people as you they see we feel you they see better dirty safe. But the dirty the way they come up where they cannot they disturb we a lot.
The rain season can look like because we don't get the early sign. We dey pray God for let Papa government can excavator for can clear all this dirty out for good and go save we. But right now they engage because the gutter they all full up. We no kite we engage 1 day so right now.
Like now how many gutter they wanna get we all don't.
Well now we get the crocodile gutter, we get the Samba gutter, we get the Kiton Bridge gutter.
So Nike cause flooding na this community.
Yes, we all decided all full up now flooding in the cause. We don't mean get no flooding because of forget that early preparation and clear the gutters them. This dirty we receive now, yeah? Not to where they na be. Now they install this dirty where they kaya so. Then the way they up. We don't they say that the bay people they know. Now the way they up now the rubbish and the can down here. Now for let government clear for we wait on. Who say necessary them banking now we own problem. So no say no go flood. If government want locate we, if they look we over 30 something thousand a bay now. If I don't look the place where they carry the facility we get now, yeah.
The season not keep funny for you when I targets back. Tuguri bridge and one, and the one elbani also wale the brook for we. The bridge for lady water the mona we ubaya. For last year go look better for we. Alhamdulillah because no flooding not take place, house brook not take place. The gutter clean, the water run fine.
Some people in Kube community then the interview to your reporter Elizabeth Masum and Sarah they get concerned but how they say them gutter them don't pack so much dirty and they call on council for coming and assist them clean them gutter them day so that this year in the season no go destroy them property them as it always be before now.
The program na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Joseph Munda Bindi, we are the chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, where don't they take way through the mandate of the institution where they head. Let me start for look at you 100 days in office. But before 100 days in office, when you take up the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, which kind of institution will you meet?
I took up the office. Firstly, I was appointed. President Bio appointed me in November. I get me appointment letter on the 28th November. I go through Parliament in December. So actively, I kind of office and begin active engagement in January. Because when you get new job in December with no country, there is not much you can do. So, but actively, I took up work in January. So I meet office and my former chairman been there and of course staff there in the office. So the office equipped with basic logistical materials and work been they go on. So I pick up from Usai, my predecessor left. And since that time to this moment, now that work I don't continue for do. But when I take over the institution, for make I able to do what we for do, not for just continue with what I meet on desk, which was very imperative for completer. I decide for make we have a review of the entire approach in civic education and engagement based on the act with responsibilities where governments give we. And therefore, what I do, we revise the strategic plan.
Existing one, be already
existing one, yes. Inject some new idea into it. We go make our work very robust. We will do a wider outreach. And again, you know, just like I earlier said, the mandate tells you we for do civic education in every corner of Sierra Leone, nationwide, and civic education is in every institution. Every ministry, every MDA needs civic education. So for level able to do this work effectively, we're so elastic, we have to prioritize. So we therefore sit down with my staff and we prioritize our approach. We not go now every ministry, every sector at the same time. But based on the government in priority focus, like we all know, government don't say they embark on the big 5 game changers. So if we are doing civic education for many people that are able to support government initiatives and work well within that one, which will bring development to the people of this country, then those agenda, our focus area, we have identified ministries who they work with and we don't able to identify their approach. Because in civic education, it's about the tools who they use, how we get for do them. So if you not get it right, then you're not going to get the right message. Because this work, not to for go make a road, not to for build, now for work on the minds of people. And therefore, the tools and the method of engagement, now we don't develop.
You mentioned, so when you take up office, one of the first things where you do now for review the approach, review the approach in terms of civic education, the country. You think your predecessor not be done do much in terms of how they don't be done the promote civic education in the country?
Not to me responsibility for evaluate what my predecessor be done do, or what be don't happen before me. Now I look at the work and the assignment before me, and they try to develop a strategy where me go use for do the work. So normally every other person get your approach for the work. It can be the same work, but the method for do them you have to strategize how you get for doing. And like I tell you, my background, I'm an old teacher. So not that I will just can't teach on the same lesson note. I get for prepare my own lesson note. I get for teaching my own methodology. So that is just what we do exactly. So not in any way evaluating anybody at all, but we just develop an approach that we believe it is effective and it will produce the evident way the people of this country they expect from us.
As we don't mention, since the start of the program, this institution came into existence around 2022 by an act of parliament, where perhaps somebody will say now about 3 years now since the institution they operate, forces are able to make people change their mindset and be patriots. In area of visibility, we think see the institution undo, just in that one day since them begin to exist.
Visibility, as you don't just say, now for let people to be aware of the existence of the institution. And like how you don't say, 3 years old institution, effectively from the time when the act will not come into existence, and looking at the entire country, visibility day. Firstly, we get an office space. A whole building, government don't rent, now the people in there, and the wall. So the building gives a lot of visibility where people can go, and within a 21 Stewart Street, by the way, where I say there's a building there. So you go clearly the building there, showing that NACID exists and NACID lives here in Sierra Leone. I don't tell you, earlier talk say, we get regional offices also in the 5 regions in Sierra Leone.
How effective the office may be?
Start the day, then they work. That again is a clear visibility.
But effective?
With you, it is effective because people are there and they are working. They are engaging. It is effective. Again, you talk about visibility. Now, make even this money there, making our presence, talking what would they do and how would they do it to the people of this country. So we are using different channels. What would they reach out to people? They are telling you, say the work we don't do. The work we do is now they show your visibility. We don't contribute in the past midterm census. We don't contribute in the past election. We have done a lot of engagement. So that is how we can show our visibility. So maybe it is not enough, which I'm very sure is not enough. We even get radio stations, na chiefdoms, television stations, na chiefdom headquarters times, where the message or they produce civic messages, where it will filter to the lowest level in our chiefdoms in this country. So these are all visibility sign marks where we will see say this country here they exist and what would they do.
In a scale of 10, if they rate the institution so far in terms of delivering on their mandate, also I will put them concerning the fact the issue of lawlessness still rampant na the country and people barely know nothing but their civic responsibility.
As a teacher, I don't tell you, it's difficult for like tell a student say grade yourself. Grade yourself. But what are they saying here is that we do we mandate. Like even when I continue small before I come to the question about visibility, we don't introduce civic education now all schools in this country, primary schools and junior secondary schools. Then they teach them now. So you go to the schools, even the school beginning now go talk about civic education, civic responsibilities, even in class 1 in this country. So that is enough visibility. And like I say, the one way he ask is now the impact they call. Alright? Now the impact you have for call, what thing don't change. Because of the lawlessness like you just mentioned. Our behavioral patterns. We don't begin show love for ourselves. Has violence reduced? That kind of things maybe now for how are people supporting inclusive in governance issues. But we cannot assess much impact within just 2-3 years.
Okay.
So I will want let we leave that area of impact and let we move forward. Maybe what we cannot talk is outcome. What you don't come out, what you don't do. So far. At the end of maybe in 5 years time or so,
okay,
then we now go to access our impact in the community.
So you say hold on to a report card 5 years from now.
Maybe.
Okay, continue for
but
the
if na impact you want for access, then I will say maybe it's too early.
Okay, continue for the the program. We'll go to too quick again and take this commercial break, and we'll come with continue the discussion.